Hey everyone, Merry Christmas. Let's talk about the time the Australian government worked behind the scenes to undermine and sabotage and substantially water down the Convention on Cluster Munitions, sometimes referred to as the Oslo Convention. These are horrific weapons. They are munitions that are designed to spread so-called submunitions or small bombs or bomblets across a very wide area. Some of these things are made of plastic. They can't be detected with metal detectors. They can lie dormant and do horrific injuries long after they've been deployed. And so the global community for many years have been working to ban them under international law, bring them to the same legal standing as conventions against chemical and biological weapons, more recently landmines and nuclear weapons. And at the outset, it had appeared, to us at least, that the Australian government was quite an important part of getting this international agreement ready for signing. How do we know that they were working behind the scenes to undermine and water down the text? We know that because of the State Department cables that were leaked to Julian Assange and WikiLeaks. And so the particular cable that I would draw your attention to, there's a couple on this subject, would be 07 Canberra 1763_A, and that was dated December 18, 2007. And what it shows is that the Australian government, while they're out in public advocating for a convention to ban cluster munitions, in the background, they are part of a small informal coalition of countries working at the behest of the United States government that never had any intention of signing the convention. And so what Australia had been doing was trying to persuade other countries who were working in good faith to allow for so-called interoperability, so that Australian troops working with US forces in war zones like Afghanistan and Iraq and wherever else they're deployed would be able to basically do anything except fire the weapon. They would be able to move these things around, they would be able to load the weapons, they would be able to work behind the scenes in planning operations in which cluster munitions were used. And this is all being done under this rather vague term of interoperability. And it's one of those examples where if these cables hadn't been leaked and hadn't been put into the public domain, we would have no idea what the truth was. So it's a credit to the journalists, in particular Phil Dorling with Fairfax, who broke the story, and it's a tribute to the whistleblower who put this material into the hands of WikiLeaks, and it's of course a credit to WikiLeaks for putting them into the public domain so that we actually know the truth of what's being done in our name.